Very, very warm. Good evening from Germany. If it's past midnight, maybe already good morning to you in India, or good afternoon if you're in other parts of the world. This is Ronaldo Chaudhary. We are back live with the third live of the day between me and you. Those of you who are watching and joining me, thanks a lot for doing that. FC Bayern Munich versus Paris Saint-Germain, second leg of the UEFA Champions League. And hopefully it will be an exciting game as it was last week in Paris. And one of those games where I would say at this moment in time, um, let's hope it is such an interesting game in Munich. And I hope that FC Bayern can showcase its quality and and yeah, if you if you want, let's wait and see what happens in this game. Looking forward to it, and let's see what happens in those maybe 90 minutes, maybe even more. It'll be interesting to see what happens in that game with the final in Budapest up for grabs for the winner of the tie with of course huge expectations. Let me quickly, once I can get you the respective lineups of this game and of that encounter. One change for both the teams with um, Alphonso Davis moving to the bench for Bayern Munich and Ashraf Hakimi out due to an injury for Paris Saint-Germain. So therefore that will be interesting, and hopefully after all that football that we had to watch, disappointment for India's under 17 against Australia, a 0-4 loss. Punjab FC needed an own goal from Namte to win it against Chennai FC. Hopefully, this match, which last week was an exceptional encounter, um, hopefully it lives up to its billing and delivers us another masterclass of football. And those of you who might be watching this, please do like, please do share, please do subscribe to arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias, visit arunfoot.com. And thank you as always for your support. Without your support, this channel, this community cannot grow. So thankful as always to all of you for that support. And both the teams, yeah, looking forward to this encounter. And me, you, we all are. And and let's quickly, as I said, go through the lineups. Bayern Munich playing in a 4-2-3-1. Manuel Neuer as captain in goal. Josip Stanisic as right back. Konrad Laimer was left back. Maybe they might interswitch position as well. Jonathan Tah and Daoud Upamecano in defense. Alexandra Pavlovic and Joshua Kimmich in defensive midfield. Michael Olise, Jamal Musiala, and Luis Diaz in the attacking positions, and Harry Kane up front for the Bavarians. While PSG will start with Matvey Safonov. Warren Zer-Emery comes in for Hakimi, or rather moves into that right back position. Marquinhos and Willian Pacho, the centre backs, and Nuno Mendes once more as left back for PSG. Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, João Neves in the midfield, and the attacking line. Desiree Doué, Ousmane Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia. What two teams, what two lineups. And again, we can all look forward to this encounter and this match. And let me know what your thoughts are. What expectations do you have from the game? Um, yeah, everyone welcome to share their thoughts about this encounter. And yeah, my face might be a little tired. Third live of the day already have done. How much time I've already spent with you guys today? 2 hours and 3 minutes, 2 hours and 13 minutes. So that means already, yeah, nearly 4.5 hours of lives on Arun Foot. And if you're liking this, what you're seeing, what you're hearing, please do like, please do share. And yeah, thank you as always for your support. Then without your support, Arunfoot as a family just cannot grow. So I need your help. I need your support on that one, surely, from all of you. And let me know your thoughts about this. And specialty today, Bayern Munich are playing in their new home jersey. Yes, debut for the red jersey that Bayern Munich will play in next season. Really impressive. And interesting, of course, match starting a little later than intended. So therefore, yeah, looking forward to hopefully a good game of football, all of us, and hopefully Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain deliver us another masterclass in regard to football. And let's wait and see what these two teams can offer us at the Allianz Arena. And it'll be interesting to see with Bayern playing from left to right. And interesting to see what the Bavarians do. And the first long ball from Paris Saint-Germain. Manuel Neuer has the ball. As Doué does the run. Neuer, who conceded 5 goals, didn't get the chance to hold on to any one of them. Sorry, let me just quickly put this down a little. Long ball forward. Careful. Neuer. Not that he concedes an unnecessary one as he did against Real Madrid. Bayern win the ball, play it long. Luis Diaz plays it back. And Bayern trying to play football, trying to play safe against PSG. That should be a foul on Michael Olise. Given. Can't take it quickly. But PSG have the ball back. Marquinhos, back to Safonov. Pacho. Willian Pacho. And PSG trying to build up quickly. Bayern allowing PSG space. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia against Upamecano. Kvaratskhelia in the box. Kvaratskhelia squares it. And it's Ousmane Dembele. It's 0-1 after 3 minutes. Perfect start for PSG. Worst possible start for Bayern Munich. Is this similar to what happened a few weeks ago against Real Madrid? Bayern 0, PSG 1. Kvaratskhelia. And again, the defensive structure of the Bavarians is not good enough. Yeah. And inside the box, Ousmane Dembele placed shot past Neuer. That's quality. That's once more quality from PSG. And let me also put the put out the aggregate score. Going to be tough for Bayern Munich. It always was clear that it wouldn't be easy. But the Bavarians now need at least 2 goals to equalize. And it's going to be the challenge for the Bavarians. But they have time. It was clear that they needed 2-3 goals in this game. And maybe I don't know why. Sometimes this team needs this kind of pressure. Marquinhos plays it back to his keeper. Safanov goes long. Interesting to see Lima playing as right back and Stanisic as left back. Neuer looking for Luis Diaz. Plays it back to Stanisic. Back to Neuer. Manuel Neuer. Long ball forward looking for Michael Olise. Doesn't get it. Upamecano. Upamecano plays it to Lima. Konrad Lima against Pacho. Konrad Lima on that wing. What can he do? Yeah, Bayern Munich can't be happy with this. Worst possible start for the Bavarians. Luis Enrique. Will he get a chance to defend his title with PSG? Throw in for Bayern. 6 minutes on the clock. Bayern 0, PSG 1. That simply means 4-6 on aggregate against the Bavarians. Long ball. Safanov picks it up. Safanov. Taking a long time. That was more than 8 seconds. But the referee allows it. PSG. Will they try and control now? Or will they try and play a direct? Michael Olise keeps the ball in. Ooh, that's a card. That's a card for Nuno Mendes. Yellow card from João Pedro Pinheiro. Nuno Mendes, sorry. Yeah, that's a hard one. That's a tough one, but oh yeah, stepped on the foot of Michael Olise. That hurts. That hurts. And for Nuno Mendes, now it means playing a lot more careful for the remainder of the game. And chance for Bayern Munich, maybe to try and get an early equalizer. Joshua Kimmich and Michael Olise on the ball. Olise. Michael Olise. Michael Olise! I can't turn it around enough. Goes a little wide. As they show again the celebrations of PSG. Yeah, they needed that. Bayern Munich with a much better feeling, much better vibe in the last few days because of having come back from 5-2 to 5-4. So therefore, that's for them very, very important today to try and score, get something back in this game. Neuer. 9 minutes plus on the clock. Bayern 0, PSG 1. Manuel Neuer. Musiala can't keep it on. Headed back. William Pacho, Nuno Mendes, Safanov. Goes long once again. Sometimes that's the best that you can do. Get the ball as far away as possible from your own goal. Don't bother about it. And that's the question. Throw in for PSG. In their own half. Nuno Mendes. Yeah, they'll slow the game down. Pacho, Vitinha, Marquinhos, Emery, Pavlovic, Olise, Harry Kane, shot blocked from Pacho. Chance for PSG directly to break. Luis, Kvaratskhelia, foul from Konrad Laimer. Yeah. Konrad Laimer, everything that he has, I need to stop him. Whatever I can, however I can, doesn't matter. I need to stop him. That's what the message was from Konrad Laimer. PSG in their own half. Vitinha. Stanisic will try and keep the ball in. Jonathan Tah has to play it back to his keeper, Manuel Neuer. Has to go long to find Michael Olise. Heads on. Harry Kane plays it on to Michael Olise. It's a little wide for Michael Olise. Michael Olise against Mendes. Michael Olise. And it's a corner for Bayern. Oh, no. Goal kick. Let's see that again. Olise against Pacho. I would have said corner. Nuno Mendes, to me, looked like to have the last touch. The top Bayern management. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Uli Hoeneß, still there. Bayern win the ball. Musiala. Jamal Musiala. Beats one, beats two. Plays it out to Olise. Michael Olise on that wing. Plays it back to Kimmich. Tah. Stanisic. Luis Diaz. If need be, he'll play it backwards. Yes, he does. Pavlovic. Tah. Laimer. Olise. Michael Olise. Musiala. Michael Olise. Captain. Joshua Kimmich. That's too high for Harry Kane. Luis Diaz wins the ball. Luis Diaz. Michael Olise blocked. Vitinha. Just about it. Konrad Laimer wins the ball back. Plays it to Upamecano. Kimmich. Ooh. Chance. Kvaratskhelia goes off again. Upamecano is there this time. Kvaratskhelia in the box. Kvaratskhelia. And Jonathan Tah in the way. Kvaratskhelia, the Georgian. Incredible movements. I love how Austria relies on Rangnick's school of thought and produce players like Laimer, Szoboszlai, who are basically plug and play in their system. Yeah. I mean, it's incredible. I've had the pleasure of interacting with Ralf Rangnick a few times in my life. The last time, where was this? Last time he was with Red Bull. Jamal Musiala on the ground. Let's see that. Ooh, Vitinha. Okay. Do we need to talk about an elbow? Jamal Musiala. And Ralf Rangnick always is, in that way, is a very special coach. I would say, Sasha, very unique and one of the best I was able to interact, so to say. One of favorite coach, I think this counter pressing now 4-2-4 would work for India. If you have the players, yes. Corner for PSG. Ball into the box, cleared by Harry Kane. Olise jumps under the ball. Oh, PSG lucky there. Kvaratskhelia takes it to Ruiz. Doué, Désiré Doué. Fabian Ruiz plays it back to Nuno Mendes. Vitinha, Pacho. Mendes. Kvaratskhelia, Doué. Kvaratskhelia. Ball all the way back. Yeah. Bayern putting pressure on PSG. PSG forced to play backwards. Marquinhos has to go long. Kimmich wins it. Jonathan Tah, Harry Kane. That ball wasn't good enough for Pavlovic. Laimer wins the ball. Michael Olise, slips in the worst kind of situation. Laimer doesn't win it. We're too short and technically rotating forwards, it would well for us compared to a more expansive style. And since we can't keep us, we could lose it and counter press and attack in transition. Sasha, name me 2 technical rotating forwards. There are 3 terms which are already anti-Indian football that you've just mentioned in there. So that's one of those. Let's see. Bayern Munich win the ball. Tah. Stanisic. Pavlovic loses it, wins it back. Very important. Out to Stanisic. Luis Diaz. Plays it across to Michael Olise. Supposedly foul against Nuno Mendes. Olise not happy with that decision. Yeah, had his hands on him for a second. But again, does a lot with it also. Yes, under pressure. That foul given for Bayern. Kimmich. Asked by the referee to be closer to the point of where the free kick was. Ball. Yeah. Under pressure, Fabian Ruiz. That should be a throw-in for Bayern. No, it's not. Konrad Leimer can't understand the word. Always. Dreaming is always allowed, but again, dream as quickly as you can and then come back. Please come back to reality. Mendes, throw in. Bayern have the ball back. Musiala loses the ball. Bayern win it back. Harry Kane. Kimmich loses the ball. Kvaratskhelia. Out to Desiree Doué. Doué. Harry Kane. Referee says play on. Kvaratskhelia. Manuel Neuer has the ball. And directly counter-attack. Bayern Munich. Harry Kane. Wants to play. Michael Olise lands with Luis Diaz. Leaves it for Musiala. Leimer. Olise. Kimmich. Headed out. Upamecano. Out on the left, Bayern Munich. Still Luis Diaz. But the ball goes wide. Luis Diaz does everything with Zaire-Emery, but the ball doesn't hit the target. Warren Zaire-Emery. Throw in Bayern Munich. Not even 22 minutes played. There's a crazy atmosphere in Munich. Stanisic. Luis Diaz. Pavlovic. Long ball to Harry Kane. Is that offside? Let's see that. Harry Kane. That was close. Nuno Mendes to me. But Harry most probably a little bit offside. Sepp Hoeneß is next Bayern manager. Tasha, I'm not sure because it depends a little bit on how long does Vincent Kompany stay at Bayern Munich. I think that's the big question. And if he stays for long, where does Sebastian Hoeneß go? I mean, there are big clubs after him in the summer, so let's see. But I'm sure in his career, Sebastian Hoeneß, with the family links that he has, he surely will be once Bayern Munich coach. PSG on that left. Vitinha. João Neves. Ousmane Dembele. Zaire-Emery. Dembele saying play it backwards. First time at PSG. Get a longer ball. Willian Pacho. Fabian Ruiz. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. And Manuel Neuer has the ball. 24 minutes on the clock. 0-0 at the Allianz Arena. And a big game out there. PSG headed out. Leimer with the ball. Upamecano. Plays it across to Tar. Interesting to see. Sometimes the Desiree Doué, not as a Pavlovic loses the ball in his forward movement. Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia loses the ball, but Upamecano can't keep it in. Throw in PSG. And PSG trying to slow things down. Marquinhos. Vitinha. Zaire. Emery. Pacho. Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Mendes loses it to Upamecano, but he's down and the play is allowed to continue. Nuno Mendes on the ground. Against Upamecano. Mendes looks groggy. Yeah. Upamecano clears the ball and then Mendes runs into it. Ooh. Could have been dangerous for Upamecano rather. But then Mendes lands awkwardly. Back on his feet. Play continues. Arjen Robben. Bastian Schweinsteiger. Raimund Aumann in the stands. Long ball out to Michael Olise. Michael Olise. Just over. Best chance for Bayern Munich in this first half. Olise does what he does best. And that ball just goes over. Good chance for Michael Olise and Bayern Munich. Harry Kane. Olise. Olise should be a foul. Fabian Ruiz says what? Free kick Bayern. They're a goal behind the Bavarians. They need that goal to at least be just one goal behind. And then they need a second. Kimmich. Plays it out to Stanisic. Plays it to Ta. Lima. Lima to Olise. Back to Lima. Back to Manuel Neuer, who puts it out. Olise, Nuno Mendes on it. Konrad Lima. Konrad Lima. Oh, that's a handball. That's a handball. And is that a second card? Is that a second card for Nuno Mendes? It's a foul given for PSG. How is this? Unbelievable. Let's see that again. Lima. Yeah. Active movement to the ball. Why is that not a foul for Bayern Munich? Free kick and a red card. Are we at ISL level refereeing in the Champions League? Yeah, we're back at it. This is... What did he see that we didn't see? Or again, Portuguese referee, right? Olise, Kimmich, Lima, Olise, Kimmich. Sasha, my first thought, Harry Kane, taken care of, cleared by PSG. Bayern keep the ball. Harry Kane out to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz against Marquinhos. Luis Diaz, still Luis Diaz. Pavlovic in the way. Wins the ball back. 30 minutes on the clock. And what's Bayern Munich asking? Let's see that again. Yeah, that's a penalty. Sorry, there's no discussion of it. He's by his own player, by his own teammate. If that's not a penalty, then Sasha, we are back at East Bengal referee level. A little confused what the referee is doing. Yeah. Uli Hoeneß, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge is saying, hey, penalty. He didn't give a penalty. Unbelievable. And Sasha, we are back to yesterday in East Bengal, Mumbai City, refereeing ISL. Already 2 decisions. Which are very dubious, to say the least. Very, very dubious. PSG have the ball. And that's given as a foul. Of course it is. Stanisic having a look. That's bad refereeing. That is bad refereeing. Poor refereeing at this level. Aritro, are you telling me that the direction of the ball, if direction of the ball decides of if it's a penalty or not, please explain to me where in the rules it is. Right? Our problem is that everybody now wants to interpret rules. Right? This is the problem. And this is yesterday was scandalous. Right? I take it. Here we have VAR. And it's still not in there. Chance for PSG. Ball goes wide. So please, then let's not play football. If this is not a pen, then we don't need to play football anymore. Right? Manuel Neuer with his arm, outstretched arm, clears that one. Brilliant save. And only of the kind that Manuel Neuer can make. But again, we're back to it. The rules don't seem to be the rules, and we can interpret the rules how we want to. Yeah. Bayern Munich fans showing their displeasure with throwing things onto the ground. And the referee, PSG defender clearing the ball to close to do anything. Is very harsh, but I'm not saying not a penalty, but I understand why it isn't given. There is no understanding of why it's not given. Listen, you're playing your own teammate. He's not too close, and the arm is in an unnatural position. You know? Corner for PSG. But hey, But still, Bayern Munich will try to do it again. Were 2 goals given for Real Madrid, which were no goals in the last match, right? In the last round. Um, so now Bayern Munich will have to try, and the penalty given the other day. So that's the thing. Manuel Neuer has the ball, kicks it long for Luis Diaz. Oh, Michael Olise just tries to whack it, but too much of risk. I should have controlled the ball. If it was India with VR, God help, and that to a derby. Arithro, and this is what I've been saying. We have a problem with refereeing in an Indian context and in a global context, right? So, and in a global context with VR, right? And it is sometimes it's okay, but if it's too often, then you question it. Too close logic does not apply anymore. Sam is in an unnatural position. It's inside the box. There was no sudden change of direction by deflection. Exactly. Sasha, very well explained. I hate when rules are open to interpretation. Rules are meant black or white, when open, and then it's a free fall. Yeah, that's the problem. Harry Kane. And this was not a and this is the problem that we've seen in the we're talking about Champions League, we're talking about elite football. And it's happened so many times where VR is used or not used, or VR is used and then things changed. How is it used? It's created a new level of problems. Michael Olise into the box. Bayern have the ball. Diaz. Pavlovic, can't keep it. Do it. PSG clear. Plays it. Sorry, Upamecano plays it to Pullman. Chance for PSG to break. And good interception. Twice from Jonathan Tah. The point is, if the referee is alone on the field and you can't see it, it's okay, right? But if you have VR as an option, I don't understand how is that not a penalty. And how is the sending off of Nuno Mendes not even discussed? Because it's a VR, because if it can be sent off, it can be reviewed. So, get it out by Bayern. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Mendes. Safanov. Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah back to Manuel Neuer. Konrad Leimer. Michael Olise. Ball taken away. Leimer. Plays it back to Neuer. Ball to Upamecano. Across to Stanisic. Stanisic high. Harry Kane. I can't get to it. And that will be given a foul. Yeah, of course it will be. Norwegian fan clubs and teams are merging opposing their favor the implemented via this year. They didn't. The fan groups of clubs who never wanted. I mean, such a Norway is a very special thing. Yeah, runs into the man. So therefore, Norway, with my own experiences with Viking Stavang and other things, Norwegian fan culture is very, very unique. And they rather say, you know what, I'll take a mistake from a referee on the field than rather a mistake which happens off the field, and which is crazy to think, but that's how the Norwegians are, and and that's what's happening. Kimmich, Upamecano, Pavlovic out to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz with Zaire Emery next to him. Luis Diaz. And it's a goal kick. PSG 2-goal advantage in this game. Huge at this stage. Throw in Bayern Munich. Kimmich. Upamecano. Looking for Luis Diaz. Diaz in the box. Luis Diaz in the box. Doesn't get a pass on. Bayern Munich cannot be happy with those first 40+ minutes. 0-1 down at home in a game they need to win. Bayern Munich. Manu Neuer with the header. Kimmich. Upamecano. Leimer. Upamecano. Pavlovic. Upamecano. Musiala. Upamecano like a playmaker in the middle of the park. Kimmich. Olise plays it through to Musiala. Jamal Musiala against Vitinha. Musiala in the box. Musiala. Safonov clears. Ata, again a bad touch from him. Ball out. Stanisic will play it to his keeper. Manuel Neuer. Oh, Upamecano. Pavlovic, Upamecano. Ball to Leimer. Konrad Leimer. Back to Manuel Neuer. Long ball forward. Harry Kane heads it to Olise. He's waiting for Leimer to overlap. Plays it to Leimer. Leimer into the middle. Overcooked. Zaire Emery. Touch from Pavlovic. Throw in PSG. 42+ minutes on the clock. Unbelievable. Again, great game of football. But Bayern Munich have to ask themselves, what did we do wrong to be behind? Penalty not given. Red card not given. Bayern win the ball back. Michael Olise, middle of the park. Olise. Pavlovic. Harry Kane. Kimmich. Out to Olise now on the wing. Olise against Fabian Ruiz. Olise against Ruiz. Ruiz tries to play out. Nuno Mendes kicks it out. Oh, good interception by Kimmich. Leimer. Konrad Leimer. Plays it back to Upamecano. Ta. Nice one. Plays for Jamal Musiala. Jamal Musiala! Save from Safonov. 44th minute. Jamal Musiala needs to score. Got some space. Similar to the 2-2. Bayern Munich still in attack. Harry Kane. And that goes wide. Musiala angry with himself. Oh, no, sorry. That second attempt was from Musiala as well. Oh, that wasn't that bad. That the ball has an outside swirl. And then to central. Needs to go to the right or the left from Musiala. Then it's a goal. And Safonov celebrates himself. Good save from the Russian. Ball in the wrong direction from Harry Kane. And Jonathan Tah doing everything at the back that he can to enable his men up front to try and score. Kimmich. Tah. Upamecano, sorry. Michael Olise. Michael Olise on the journey. Olise. Kimmich. Out to Stanisic. Luis Diaz is there. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. And that shot goes across. 45 minutes through. 2 minutes of added time. It's been a good game of football. Not as spectacular as Paris, but we still have a second half to come. And that second half was the crazy one. Throw in Bayern. Scott Scalia. Kimmich goes down. Throw in. Lima to Upamecano. Musiala. Stanisic. Luis. Bad pass. Luis Diaz was a little further down the road from that position. Throw in PSG. Bayern Munich need 2 goals to get into extra time. I think that's the first thing that they need to target from this game now. PSG get the ball out of the way. Last 30 seconds of the first half for Bayern Munich. Upamecano. Jonathan Tah. Stanisic. Josip Stanisic. Oh, hits the back of someone. Stanisic wins it back. Stanisic doesn't get through to Musiala. But Bayern win it back. Diaz. Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich. And gets a free kick. Kvaratskhelia just runs off with the ball. And gets a yellow card. Okay. Here you have a yellow card. Interesting. Free kick Bayern Munich. Most probably the last action of the first 45. Can the Bavarians at least get an equalizer? Joshua Kimmich on the ball. Kimmich with the free kick. Bayern Munich have it. And it goes wide. That should be the end of the first 45. Was it Jonathan Tah or Dayot Upamecano? Who was it? It was Jonathan Tah. Completely free, but can't curl the ball goalwards. And it's halftime in Munich. It's Bayern 0, PSG 1. And Harry Kane having a word with the referee about that handball. João Pedro Pinheiro trying to explain to Harry Kane. And Harry Kane is shaking his head and saying, my friend, sorry, what are you trying to explain to me? The hand's here. It's him. What are we discussing? And he's very right. It's very, very right. And Bayern need to pick themselves up. Not an easy one. And need 2 goals to get back into this game. The Bavarians. But so far, an exciting game of football. But as I've said multiple times now, not as exciting as it was last week. And I'll just quickly have a break. I'll be just back. 1 second. Story back again. Bayern Munich nil, PSG 1 at halftime at the Allianz Arena. And if we look at the match stats, 58% to 42% ball possession for Bayern Munich. And the XG valuation, which is used a lot in German or in European football, actually, in regard to what they think. Bayern Munich with a 0.67 value and PSG with 0.49. Two big chances at both ends. 9 to 6 shots in total for Bayern Munich. Interestingly, 4 corners for PSG, none for Bayern. And Bayern Munich have completed 240 passes compared to 148 from PSG. So very, very interesting stats. And yeah, we've had Jonathan Tah picking up a yellow card because of having a word or telling off the referee, while Nuno Mendes for a foul. And Kvaratskhelia for time wasting. And those are the stats of the game so far, as they show the repeat. And Bayern Munich too open in that situation. And Stanisic is just covering the space, not watching where Dembele is. And that gives PSG the chance. And then gets his yellow. And Nuno Mendes doesn't get a second yellow. Let's see. So, yeah, that's the situation at halftime. PSG leading 1-0 in Munich. And yeah, Bayern have to look at themselves, but there are a few decisions. Again, did Lima really played with hand before Nuno Mendes' handball? And of course, that Vitinha shot against João Neves. I don't know what the arm does over there. And sorry, it doesn't matter. Again, and we go back to that whole discussion, Team X sticks, Team Y or whatever. If the hand is and the arm is over there, it has nothing to do over there. That's the problem. And let's wait and see. Bayern Munich had their opportunities. Musiala only saved twice with shots which went over. They have to do more. They have to do more. They have to be more adventurous, and they have to try and score. And therefore, that will be interesting to see what happens in those second 45. And Bayern Munich need to regroup, keep a cool head, not be that open. Kvaratskhelia is the guy who is the most dangerous, it seems, for PSG on that left attacking wing. The Georgian, the danger man for PSG so far. And yeah, very interesting to see what happens in the remainder of the game. But what options do both the teams have? What can they do? Bayern Munich, of course, Sven Ulreich and Jonas Obich as their two alternative goalkeepers. Kim Jae-min, Alphonso Davies, Rafael Guerrero, Hiroki Ito are the defensive options. Leon Goretzka, Tom Bischoff, midfield creativity or even solidity. Tom Bischoff also potentially left or right back. Leonard Kahl back on the bench after his injury in the last 3-4 weeks. And Nicholas Jackson. So it will be interesting to see what if they are used in some sort of form or way. While PSG have Bilal, Rendon and Renato Marin as their backup goalkeepers. Ato Vigneault, Ilya Zabarny, Lucas Beraldo, Lucas Hernandez, Dro Fernandez, and those are defensive ones. Dro Fernandez, Seni Mayulu, Kang In Lee, Bradley Bacola, Gonzalo Ramos, and Ibrahim Mbaye. Those are the PSG alternatives on the bench. So quite a bit of talent on the respective benches of the two teams. It'll be interesting to see, as say again and again, what do the coaches do? What do they decide? What is their modus operandi in this game? Who do I play potentially? And that will be interesting to see. Um, that's an interesting one to see what both the two coaches do with their respective lineups and players. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Bayern Munich try and turn things around in the second 45. They need 2 goals to get into extra time. 3 goals would get them into the next round. So therefore, and it was always clear that PSG are coming to Munich, that they can score 1 or 2, and that Bayern Munich would need at least a goal to try and get something out of this tie. And that's the challenge now for Bayern Munich. Keep your cool, keep on playing football. Can you get the results? That's the challenge. That's the challenge in the second 45 for Bayern Munich. Can you do what is needed and get the goals? It's nothing else in this game now for Bayern Munich. You have to get the goals to get a result. And not easy, but they can do it. Let's put it this way. Bayern Munich have it in them to score 2 or 3. And the challenge now is on them to prove that they can. Not easy, as I say, not easy for Bayern Munich, but they can get that elusive goal that they need. Those elusive 2 goals, actually, I should say. And let me know what you think. Let me see what's the state of the voting. Of course, not many people have taken part with us, but 5 people have voted. 2 are saying Bayern Munich will win, and 3 say PSG will win. Okay. So let's wait and see what happens. And interesting will be, as I say, what the coaches do at halftime. Do they do anything, or do they keep it this way? And it will be an interesting thing to see what the 2 coaches do. I don't see, without injuries, I don't see anyone deciding to switch anything. And yeah, it is the way it is. Let's see. As per the ratings, Luis Diaz and Manuel Neuer, the best Bayern Munich players. Interesting. The worst one, according to that, Lima and Pavlovic. Luis Diaz and Manuel Neuer, the best. And at the other end, Ousmane Dembele, of course, has the highest rating. But I think Kvaratskhelia is the pick of the players. Worst one, Warren Zaire-Emery. Interesting. Very high ratings for both the teams. Again, one of the top matches in the world of football. So therefore, the ratings will surely be high. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And what happens. And the challenge remains for Bayern. 2 goals behind, 4-6 on aggregate, 0-1 tonight. They need at least 2 goals to draw the tie anymore, and PSG doesn't score. They win straight away. But this could be a long night coming up in Munich. Sorry, I'll just get up quickly once. And then I've been sitting so much for the lives today. not moving enough, and now feeling it. And also, when you're watching football, you're a little tense. It gets to you as well. And yeah, and yeah, it will be interesting to see what Bayern Munich do in the second 45. All to play for, nothing lost, but you have to score 2 goals to get back into this tie. And that is, as I say again and again and again, that's the challenge for Bayern Munich tonight. You need to score if you want to get back into the tie. That's all you have to do. And yeah, they know they can do that, but will they be able to do that? That's the question for Bayern Munich tonight. As both the teams are coming back to the field, to the pitch. And that's going to be a question of what happens. I think the individual quality of the players will decide it. In my opinion, PSG have slightly better players. Yeah. Someone can say it this way, some will say it that way. I think both the teams are the best that you can have in the world. Question is, who does what better now? Is it the individual brilliance? Yeah, it was the class of Kvaratskhelia and of that Ousmane Dembele who've given PSG the lead. But again, Bayern Munich have had their chances. Musiala, Olise with their attempts, goals not score, and they still can, right? That's the thing for Bayern. You will get your opportunities, and whenever you get your opportunities, you need to score of those opportunities, and that's the challenge for both the teams. And PSG know what to do, and Bayern Munich know what to do as well. And let's see if this is these are the last 45 minutes for one of these two teams. Bayern Munich still inside the dressing room, or just outside the dressing room. PSG already out. Interesting. Bayern taking their time inside. PSG already outside. What's the weather in Munich? One second. Munich weather, 10 degrees. Yeah. It was rainy over the day. It was 19 degrees warm. And but it's 80%, 86% humidity, means it's quite moist and cold. Let's see, compare what's the weather in Paris like at the moment. 12 degrees, similar. Yeah, okay. So the weather shouldn't be an advantage to any of the two teams, or disadvantage to any of the two teams. Bayern Munich are back onto the field, and the Bayern fans, yeah, are loud. Sorry. That was needed. Both the teams are back. And we're waiting for the second 45 to kick off. That will be an interesting one to see. Bayern Munich nil, PSG 1. In the second 45 of this top clash at the Allianz Arena. All to play for. And playing from right to left in the new 26-27 home kit. And Olise directly on the prowl. Throw in Bayern. Into the danger zone. Shot blocked. Upamecano. Very clear. Bayern, no, we need a goal. Nothing else is needed. We need a goal first and then a second after Harry Kane plays it out to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz against Marquinhos. Pavlovic. Stanisic. Pavlovic. Stanisic was a little further down. Small mistakes in the build-up by both the teams. João Neves with the throw-in. Trying to find Ousmane Dembele. Pavlovic, Kimmich. Harry Kane. And there's a PSG player down. But they continue. Looks like Pacho down, holding his head. Yeah, we'll see a lot of these treatments now in the second 45. By PSG, if it stays this way or they lead, or it's 1-1, because they'll take their time every time there's a possibility. Harry Kane. Yeah, Pacho puts his head a little. Does he down? Could be stopped actually. Pacho still in pain. Bayern Munich fans jumping in the stands, waving their flags, supporting their colors. That's what German football is all about. Looks like Pacho has a cut. Pacho, yeah, has a cut over there. Plaster on top of it. Center back goes off. As you see Schweinsteiger and Arjen Robben in the stands. Two legends of Bayern Munich. Stanisic plays it back to Neuer, who plays it long. Luis Diaz. João Neves. Yeah. Back to Marquinhos. Luis Diaz charging. Safinov high. Kimmich. Tah. Cleared by Marquinhos. Zaire against Musiala. Musiala wins it. João Neves loses it. Musiala, Kimmich. Very nervous game at the moment from both teams. Tah back to Neuer. Goes long. Headed out by PSG. And Neuer comes out again to clear. Kimmich. Upamecano. Upamecano plays it out to Olise. And Lima can't keep it. And Milan Pacho now on the ground again. And could be a problem if Pacho has to go off. Let's see that against Lima. At the moment, I still would say Kimmich. Ron Neves, let's have that conversation in 2, 3 years. He's still not a finished product. Stanisic. Ta. Stanisic. Luis Diaz, Stanisic, Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Pavlovic. That should be a foul. Sorry, Musiala. Vitinha with the foul. Kimmich. Headed out by Mendes. Only to Lima. It is Olise. Luis Diaz looking for the gap. Musiala. Harry Kane. Harry Kane shot blocked. Ta. Pavlovic. Out to Stanisic. Musiala. Sorry, Luis Diaz. Pavlovic. Luis Diaz. Kimmich. Pavlovic, Stanisic. Pavlovic. Vitinha wins it. PJ. With a counter-attacking move. But Upamecano's there. Upamecano plays it to Olise. Olise out to Musiala. Jama Musiala doesn't win it. And then a free kick given. Oh, sorry, Luis Diaz, not Musiala. I love watching a great number 6 Argentina for. Yeah. Luis Diaz wrestles Marquinhos down. Manuel Neuer with the ball. It continues with high intensity in Munich. Not as crazy as last week. But Bayern Munich need goals. 2 of them to precise. Kane, Pavlovic. Oh, that's Marquinhos' elbow against Harry Kane. Free kick Bayern. Marquinhos knew exactly what he was doing. Harry Kane. Oh, no, Kimmich. Kimmich standing over the ball. Looked for a second like Harry Kane. But no, that's Joshua Kimmich. Indirect free kick from the Bayern captain. Plays it wide to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Pavlovic! Puts it wide. Nice idea from Bayern. Played wide to Luis Diaz. Played back more centrally and then try and take a shot. Safanov to take a goal kick. 54 plus minutes in Munich. FC Bayern München 0. Paris Saint-Germain 1. Throw in for Bayern. Upamecano. Stanisic. Oh, to Kimmich, who plays it back to Neuer. Neuer with a long ranger. Yeah, but that's wrestling. Bayern have it. That's a foul. Musiala. Brought down. And Jamal still not there where he needs to be. Yeah. And that ball, will it get to Olise? Bayern Munich trying to build up again. Fine. Oh, Harry Kane brought down. Sorry, is allowed. Looks like by the referee. Bayern Munich with the ball chipped. Folise doesn't get to him. Fabian Ruiz. Up to Skelia against Upamecano. Skelia does that trick again. Manuel Neuer with his foot. Pavlovic. Stanisic to Luis Diaz. Musiala, Luis Diaz. Plays it out to Michael Olise. Against Nuno Mendes. Plays it in. Harry Kane. Safanov has the ball. Harry Kane putting out his arms. Does he want a penalty for that? Yeah. Pavlovic. Olise. Konrad Leimer relatively centrally. Plays it to Stanisic to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz running in. Luis Diaz plays it to Musiala. Luis Diaz doesn't get to it. Goal kick PSG. Yeah, Manuel Neuer thrice showing why he's still at the age of 40, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and maybe one of the best goalkeepers of all times. Bayern Munich trying to play their game. Michael Olise looking for option. It's too much of time. Didn't decide. Chance for PSG to counter. And Bayern have the ball back. Pavlovic. Out to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz into the box. Doesn't get it to Musiala. Ousmane Dembele has to keep it in. No, sorry, Desiree Doué. Zaire-Emery gets it only to the Upamecano. Pavlovic. Harry Kane. Musiala to Olise. Michael Olise. Musiala. Pavlovic. Kimmich. Musiala. And the ball touched the referee. Back to Bayern Munich. Leimer. Upamecano. Musiala. Did the ball go out? No, it didn't. Or it did. Only second to Oliver Kahn, the best. Sasha. Oof, was that ball out? From that side, didn't look it. Maybe from the other side. I think Manuel Neuer is a much more complete goalkeeper than Oliver Kahn was. Oliver Kahn was probably a bigger mental boost, mentality monster. But I would say that overall, yeah, that then I think Much more complete goalkeeper. Harry Kane doesn't get to it. Kimmich to Olise. 60 plus minutes on the clock. Bayern need a goal. Bayern need 2 goals, actually. Laimer, Olise. Back to Upamecano, sorry. Nice ball to Jamal Musiala. Leaves it to Olise. Olise with... doesn't get it through. Laimer, Olise. Musiala. Stanisic. Not enough power. Not enough placement on the shot from Josip Stanisic. PSG with the ball. Slowing down things a little. Vitinha. Willian Pacho. Marquinhos. Doué. Ball stays in. Zay Emery plays it back to Doué. Back to Marquinhos. Willian Pacho. Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia in the middle. Goes against 2, goes in 3. Laimer steals the ball. Upamecano. Upamecano looking for Luis Diaz, but Marquinhos back to his keeper. Safanov. Up to Zay Emery. Neves. Vitinha. Nice ball to Zay Emery. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, Desiré Doué. Bayern has to be careful. Desiré Doué. And Bayern clear. Stanisic. Kimmich. Pavlovic. Harry Kane. Harry Kane. Olise. Upamecano. Laimer. Konrad Laimer. Still Laimer. Konrad Laimer. Harry Kane doesn't get the ball. Chance for Doué. Doué against Stanisic. Stanisic. Doué against 1, against 2. Now against Jonathan Tah. Jonathan Tah. Manuel Neuer with a good save. Desiré Doué. Good attacking football from him. And there seems to be 2 substitutions. Ousmane Dembele going off. Interesting. The only goal scorer. Player of the year. Or FIFA Player of the Year. Ousmane Dembele set to go off. Surprising to me. And I think Bradley Barcola waiting to come on. And for Bayern Munich, Alphonso Davies waiting to change things. Alphonso Davies not coming on before the corner. Headed out by Bayern. Chance for a counter. Long and high. Cleared by PSG. Oh, chance for PSG to break. Barcola against Stanisic. Barcola against Stanisic. Barcola takes the back here. Vitinha, Marquinhos, Willian Pacho, Nuno Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia looking for Nuno Mendes, who is in the Bayern Munich box. Nuno Mendes. And Oliver Kahn was about to say no. Manuel Neuer got the ball. Harry Kane. Kimmich. Back to Harry Kane. Sorry, to Lima. Harry Kane. Lima. Musiala. Musiala loses the ball, but gets it back. Ulisse Musiala. Jamal Musiala. Jamal Musiala plays it out to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz looking for the gap. Looking for the gap. Plays it to Lima. Kimmich. Out to Lima. Michael Olise. Back to Bayern Munich. And whoever that was didn't jump up. I think it was Pavlovic. Yeah, Stanisic off. As well as Jonathan Tah. Min Jae Kim coming on for him. Interesting. Bayern reinforcing their defense. I think they want the speed from Min Jae Kim against the PSG attackers. And Tah, of course, already had a yellow card, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, Jonathan Tah had a yellow card. Time is running out for Bayern. 67 plus minutes on the clock. Bayern 0, PSG 1. Upamecano plays it back to Neuer. Back to Upamecano. Died Upamecano plays it through to Lima. Nicely done by Konrad Lima. Beats through 3 players. Ball Musiala to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz against Marquinhos. Alphonso Davies with his first touch. Musiala back to his mate Davies. Davies into the box. Luis Diaz! Saved by Safonov. Min Jae Kim headed to Pavlovic. Upamecano, Pavlovic. Pavlovic to Davies. Back to Davies. Min Jae Kim. Alphonso Davies. And will he play Neuer? Yeah, he will play Manuel Neuer. Safest option to play. Kimmich plays it to Pavlovic. Pavlovic covering ground. Pavlovic plays it out to Michael Olise, who's been calm and quiet in the second 45. Michael Olise. Michael Olise. Michael Olise! And it goes into the arms of Safonov. First time in a long, long time, Michael Olise beat a couple of players in this. The shot from Musiala, which was saved by Safonov. Yeah. At the other end, throw in for PSG against Alphonso Davies. Time is running out for Bayern Munich. Zaire taking his time. Hit the throw in. Kimmich. Yeah, doesn't win the ball against Desiree. Still Desiree Doué. And Bayern win the ball. Kimmich. Musiala. That was too attacking minded for Min Jae Kim, who runs back. Bayern with the ball again. Throw in. Bayern with Kimmich. Alphonso Davies. Fonzie. Back to Kimmich. Oh, mistake. Chance for Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia against Minje. Kvaratskhelia still on the ball. Puts it wide. Manuel Neuer. Not needed. Doué puts it wide. That would have been game, set, and match for PSG. Kvaratskhelia again against 2-3 opponents. Doué can't keep it on. PSG win it. No. Musiala wins it back. Sorry, Minje wins it back. Davis. Alphonso Davies. Plays it back to Minje. Pavlovic. Harry Kane. Harry Kane plays it to Olise. Olise in the box. PSG somehow clear. Ball back with Bayern. Minje. Kimmich. Upamecano. Out to Olise. Lima won't get to it. Reis clears for a throw-in. Fabian Ruiz. Bayern with the ball. Upamecano. Musiala. Pavlovic. Luis Diaz. No one in there. No. PSG clear their lines. Alphonso Davies has to do the running. And corner for Bayern Munich. Is it? Yeah. Try to attack on that right. And that was cleared. William Pacho ahead of his outstretched leg, ahead of Harry Kane. An important phase of this game. Yeah, that Pacho shot can also go into the own goal. Didn't. Corner Bayern. That's a good corner. Ooh, Safonov. Hands Bayern a throw in at the other end. Fonzie throws it to Luis Diaz. Minje. Lima. Half-hearted kick. Alphonso Davies. That wasn't well done. Minje runs under the ball. And in the end, cleared for a throw-in by Alphonso Davies. Little uncontrolled by Bayern. Need to do better in these kind of situations, the Bavarians. Yeah, Minje runs under the ball. Bacola. Then Alphonso Davies just clears it to the side. Best not to take a risk, I guess, was his idea. Bayern need two, as the fans say. Vitinha. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. Fabian Ruiz. Kvaratskhelia. Vitinha. Pacho. Nuno Mendes. Too easy. Nuno Mendes now centrally. Finds Desiré Doué. Doué. Kvaratskhelia in the Bayern box. Blocked. Doué with an attempt. Just goes wide. Substitution for PSG. Doué to go off. And the referee asks him to walk a little quicker. Fabian Ruiz raus, Lucas Beraldo rein, and Lucas Hernandez for Desiré Doué. So clearly, PSG trying to shut shop in Munich. with less than 15 minutes on the clock. Lucas Hernandez, back in Munich, was once the costliest defender that Bayern Munich ever signed. 80 million. And Beraldo comes for Ruiz. Oh, that's a foul. That should be a card for Neves. Yeah. Less than 14 minutes on the clock. Plus X. Min-jae Kim. Musiala. Min-jae. Pavlovic. Upamecano. Olise. Olise loses the ball. But Bayern win it back. Kimmich. Kimmich back to Upamecano. Min-jae Kim. Min-jae to Musiala. Luis Diaz to Musiala. Harry Kane. Still Harry Kane. Harry. Davis. Pavlovic. Kimmich. Kim. Alphonso Davis. Alphonso Davis towards Harry Kane. Has to play it back. Davis to Pavlovic. Upamecano. Pavlovic. Plays it to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz brought down. Should be a foul. Oh, not given. Luis Diaz. Oh, what is the referee doing? What is the referee doing? Let's see that again. Luis Diaz goes on. And then Luis Diaz, and we have Nicholas Jackson coming on for Jamal Musiala. Yeah. Jamal Musiala still not at 100%. Had a few of his dribblings, but not as good as he can be. Kvaratskhelia. Can't get a shot off, but gets a corner for PSG. Kvaratskhelia once more. Oh, doesn't get a shot off. And Min-jae Kim sort of clears it. Corner for PSG. 79 plus minutes on the clock. Vitinha to take the corner. Little over 10 minutes plus X. Bayern Munich need a goal. Can't concede a second. Ball out to Vitinha again. Vitinha overcooked, but they'll keep it in play. Kvaratskhelia. And that's a corner given? Manuel Neuer asking for what? Corner for PSG. And they're taking their time with their corners. Into the danger zone, headed out by Bayern. Chance now for Bayern to counter. Michael Olise brought down. Free kick for Bayern. Davis. Alphonso Davis. Harry Kane. Harry Kane, Davis. Out to Nicholas Jackson on the left. Alphonso Davis. Alphonso Davis. Free kick. They need it. They need it, Bayern Munich. They need something from this game. They need a spark. Bradley Barcola with the foul. Joshua Kimmich go indirect. A lot of pushing and shoving going on in the PSG penalty box. Ball in, and the referee says, stop it. Free kick again to be taken by Kimmich. Time is running out for Bayern. Yeah, some of the players are just going down. Kimmich. Safonov with one hand. Olise. Out to the wing. Davis. Out to Luis Diaz. Kimmich. Alphonso Davis. Upamecano. Konrad Laimer. Michael Olise. Konrad Laimer. Oh, PSG with a counter-attacking chance. Bayern have to be careful. And wide. By Nuno Mendes. Nicholas Jackson earns Bayern a throw-in. PSG edging closer to the UEFA Champions League final. Lennart Kahl getting ready for his comeback. The teenager. Bayern need him maybe. Harry Kane against João Neves. Neves. Play on Harry Kane. Still Harry Kane. Again Harry Kane. And the referee is not giving it. Lennart Kahl coming on for Dayot Upamecano. All in for Bayern Munich. And substitution for PSG. Nuno Mendes going off and Seni Mayulu coming on. Nuno Mendes could have gone out the other side. I see that a lot this season in the top leagues in Europe, that the players on the other side of the field don't go off on that side. Safonov with a long ball forward and ball with Manuel Neuer. Minje. Davis. Neuer and then Davis. Yeah, has to go back again to Manuel Neuer. Long ball forward. And that Marquinhos foul on Luis Diaz. Yellow card for the captain. Pavlovic getting some insights from Vincent Kompany. 85 plus minutes on the ball. Cleared by PSG. Alphonso Davies. Davies. Little too long, maybe. Fonzie needs to keep the ball in play. And he doesn't. PSG fans are celebrating in the upper stand. Goal kick PSG. Bayern have the ball. Kimmich. Again back to Neuer. Out to Davis. Plays it long for Luis Diaz, who keeps it in. Great technique. Luis Diaz in the box against Luis Diaz. Plays it in. Lennart Kahl. Blocked. Blocked. Lima wants a penalty. Konrad Lima wants a penalty. PSG at the other end. Kvaratskhelia. Barcola. Manuel Neuer. And Kvaratskhelia allow the ball to go out for a corner. Yeah, too close to the body. That wasn't a penalty. Second, it wants me to verify something. Opala, 1 second. I'll be back. Ball with PSG, post the corner. Ball with PSG, but PSG lose it. Bayern. With the ball. Sorry. Lose it. Minje. Olise. Nicholas Jackson. Brings it across for Harry Kane, but he won't get to it. Overcooked. Yeah, it looks tough for Bayern. It looks very tough. 89 plus minutes. We're in the last minute of regulation time. PSG leading 1-0 in Munich. And it's 4-6 on aggregate. Luis Enrique on his knees. But his team heading for a big, big win here in Munich. Minje. Neuer. Again Davis. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz finds the way to Pavlovic. Kimmich. Davis. 5 minutes, sorry. Pavlovic. Pavlovic across to Lima. Again, a bad pass by Bayern. Manuel Neuer will get to it. Kimmich. Alphonso Davies. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz in the box. Luis Diaz. Nicholas Jackson. Jackson. Safonov has the ball. Min-jae wins the duel against Barcola. Kimmich plays it back to Manuel Neuer. Bayern have less than 4 minutes for 2 goals. Leimer, Lennart Kahl, Michael Olise, Lennart Kahl dispossessed. PSG maybe with a chance to break. Kahl wins the ball back for Bayern. Kimmich, Alphonso Davies, out once more to Luis Diaz, who's been the more active. Luis Diaz, still Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Ball blocked by PSG. Kvaratskhelia against Davis. And Bayern have the ball back. Min-jae, Pavlovic. Alphonso Davies cleared by PSG, the cross. And a chance for PSG, maybe the ball will run away. Luis Enrique ripping out his hair. Oh, that's Lennart Kahl stopped. Kimmich, Luis Diaz, dispossessed. Kvaratskhelia, Luis Diaz. Foul for PSG. We are a little over a minute away. Bayern unlikely to score 2 goals to get back into the tie. That's a big, big win for the defending champions in Munich. And that ball goes out. Pavlovic. Kimmich. Lennart Kahl. Konrad Leimer. Leimer to Olise, who's been quiet in that second 45. Michael Olise. Kimmich. Alphonso Davies. Harry Kane. It's the equalizer. But it's going to be too late. It's 1-1 in the 94th minute. How much time have Bayern Munich got? Alphonso Davies, it's not offside. Harry Kane, and boom, there it is. But it's too late. It's too late for Bayern Munich. It's a matter of seconds in the game. But a brilliant goal from Harry Kane, set up by Alphonso Davies. 1-1. How much time does Bayern have? Do they get one final chance? Safonov, long ball forward. Throw in Bayern. They need to get the ball forward. Min-jae, Manuel Neuer. Out to Alphonso Davies. Fonzie. To Pavlovic. Luis Diaz. Fonzie. Kimmich. Luis Enrique very nervous now. Olise loses the ball. Olise. Throw in. That should be it. That most probably will be it against Bayern. And there's a PSG player down. It's Marquinhos, Harry Kane, Luis Diaz, Nicolas Jackson, Joshua Kimmich, all having a word. And Nicolas Jackson trying to pull him up. And these kind of things, in this kind of seconds, yeah, Harry Kane, maybe a little too late. A 1-1, which is a little too late. 5 minutes earlier, and it could have been something. We're already 6 minutes over. Marquinhos. Is he up again? Yes, he is. Throw in PSG. Ball with Bayern. Kimmich. Karl. Harry Kane. Pavlovic. And that's it. That's the final whistle. Paris Saint-Germain are in the final of the UEFA Champions League. It ends 1-1 in Munich. And questions will be raised about the refereeing because João Pedro Pinheiro did have an impact on the game because he didn't give the penalty, which was a penalty. I'll be very, very honest. And a late equalizer is not going to be enough. And congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain on making it back-to-back Champions League finals. That's a big achievement for the club from Paris. And Bayern, most probably lost it in the first leg, where they conceded 5 goals. And it's a disappointing finish in the end. Bayern, I guess, have only themselves to blame. And conceding early today again. And disappointing end to this UEFA Champions League campaign for Bayern Munich. As congratulations, Luis Enrique and his squad to making it to Budapest. And with that, slowly, I'll come to an end of this live watch-along. Those of you who've watched it, hopefully you enjoyed it. And as always, as I like to say, please like, please share, and subscribe to the channel, arunfoot. And always help the channel to grow. Thanks a lot. Welcome, Sasha. Thanks for joining in. And I'll catch you soon talking about Indian football. This is Rawat Chaudhary signing off after my 3rd live watch along tonight. Good night, everyone.